there, right there, right there. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. I go down, get that out of the way, and put that up and do like that. Oh, open the door. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get this thing unfolded right here. Now, gotta be careful when you unfold the hoe. You gotta push these spiders up because they'll catch on these legs right here and mark them up and actually bend them. So it's something we gotta do every time we unfold the hoe. Just get these ones out of the way. There we go. All right, now we'll come around this side of the tractor and go ahead and hit the unfold button right here. Just kidding, it's the top one. All right, there we go. We got the hoe unfolded, so let's jump back in the cab now. There we go. So yeah, with this button right here, basically all I'm doing is setting two different throttle presets, and one of them being a lower idle. We run that on the headlands where we turn around, and then when we're running through the field, we go ahead and use the higher throttle preset, and then we just kind of click back and forth between them. That way, you know, we don't have to be full throttle making our headlands. And then we can just click through them with this button right here, as you can tell. All right, let's get going. Okay, let's jump out and have a look at what we're doing. I think we got the hose set a little too deep and we're ripping out a lot of our wheat. Shut that. Yeah, okay, these look like they're pretty far in the ground. If we come back here and have a look, boy, yeah, we're definitely doing some damage here. Burying some wheat like that. As you can tell, not all of it, but a lot of it, too much of it. So we're gonna go ahead and raise up these gauge wheels on the sides of this hoe. That way we're not going as deep in the ground, ripping out all of our good wheat. All right, so I think we'll just raise it up one hole for now and then run it and have another look. Actually, we're lowering the wheel. That way the hose sits further up off the ground. Okay, we got that one set. Let's run over here and do the other one real quick. There we go. All right, let's jump back in. All right, let's stop right here. Let's stop. This is the perfect place to check. And get all this stuff out of the way. Oh, yeah. All right, let's jump out one more time, hopefully. There we go. All right, I think we're looking a lot better now. So, if you have a look out here, once again, you can tell, okay, we're kind of in a tire track right here. That didn't really get it, so we're not going to count that. But up here, it's actually looking pretty good. We're not doing too much damage to the wheat. We're not burying that much of it at all. And what we're really after is this right here. These tiny little weeds right there. That's what we're trying to pull out with the hoe. while not pulling out any of the wheat. So really the idea with the rotary hoe is that with a couple timely passes, we can go ahead and disturb the top part of the soil and work it up and pull up any small little weeds like this one right here, while the wheat, either before emergence or after emergence like it is right now, the wheat has a longer root and it'll stay in the ground and the hoe won't pull it out. So that is what we're up to right now. And this is the Rainville pivot, the one that we got the red wheat on this half of the pivot, and the other half of the pivot right here is the white wheat. If we look where we haven't hoed yet, I mean, you can see some weeds right here. So they are out here, but it's actually looking like a pretty clean stand so far, which is really good. So let's jump back in the tractor and just get to work on this whole field. Dust your boots off before you get in. Okay, shut that. Oh yeah. Hold up. We're gonna stop once again and let this dust kind of blow by a little bit. All right, that's perfect. Let's get out. Jeez. All right. We're gonna go over to the pivot point here and get this pivot moved into the other half of the area that I just worked right now. Okay. Well, watch out for yellow jackets. Man, how are they already out? Okay, let's see. We don't need the water on right now. We do need stop and slot on at probably about 95 degrees. Enter. And go ahead and reverse it. Yeah, there we go. All right, she's on the move. Alright, you guys, I just finished the headland right there. That means we are done with this field, so let's go ahead and take this rotary hoe back to the shop, and then we're gonna unhook it, and I'll meet you guys out in another field tomorrow morning. We'll have a look at that and we'll figure out a plan for that field. So see you guys in the morning. Oh, hold up. All right, that valve it's on. Okay, let's go out to the center pivot here. And we better slow down. We gotta just slow down. Oh man, put that in park and shut it off. Open that door. Okay, good morning you guys. So we're back out in Rainville right now and we're gonna go ahead and start this pivot. It's been 2 days since we last rotary hoed this field, and that gave us a good amount of time to have all the weeds that came up with the hoe to dry out and die. And so now it is safe to start the water. So let's go ahead and okay, so I had a plug in there last year and obviously it came out, so we got to plug that again right now. We're just gonna crack this valve, let the pivot fill, because this thing has 70 psi of gravity fed ditch water, and if you open that valve all the way immediately, the water hammer at the end of the pivot will probably not do anything good to the pivot. So we let it fill up first, gently and slowly, and then we open it all the way. All right, while the pivot's filling, let's go ahead and just get this thing set. All right, so we're gonna wanna turn the water on. We're gonna make the depth, we don't want 8100ths. We'll go half an inch of half an inch of ditch water. Shut off, stop and slot, auto restart, we'll have that on. Auto stop, auto reverse, disabled since we're going in a full circle. All right, so we have it stopped right now. And I hear the pipe fill up. Yeah, you look at that pressure gauge right there. Going up. All right, we're about 55 psi right now. That's good. So the whole pivot is filled. Now it's safe to open the valve all the way. Okay, now let's start the pivot. Here we go. There we go. All right, now that we got the irrigation done for the morning, what we're gonna do now is actually help the neighbor out today. He's got 2 fields of peas that he wants planted, and we're gonna go hook up our tractor to his Great Plains drill and get those 2 fields planted for him. So let's head out. Okay, we're wrecking the field by doing that. Gotta just go easy and stop burning out everywhere. Oh, watch out for the pivot water. Oh. Oh, you know, just John Deere things today. We were out rotary hoeing, and then we had a little fault code come up. injector 1 and 3 fuel flow rate are low. So we got to take her back to the shop, get her hooked up to a different tractor because we still got about 150 acres of wheat to hoe pre-emergence. So also this screen here is flipping out on me for whatever reason. Headed back to the shop at 5.2 miles an hour down the road. We'll get there eventually. Hold up. We have got to get out of here. Something is not right. And jump! Okay, so as you can tell, we got the rotary hoe out here today. And I noticed one of the spiders wasn't turning. And I looked back and saw a little bit more of a problem. It looks like we got a little bit more than one spider not turning here. Man, must have ran into a fence line or something. But we got to get all this stuff off of here before we can continue, obviously. Holy cow, look at that. It's all up under the tractor. It's hooked on the very front up there. There we go, we finally got it off. What a disaster. I stabbed myself.